Welcome to the Earth to Adie podcast. I'm your host, Adie Rose. I'm an intuitive therapist, psychic, shamanic energy worker, and healer. This little space of mine is where I share my most personal intuitive perspective on all things occult and my inner discoveries and findings of life in hopes to help you heal, transmute, and transcend into the very best version of self. So grab a seat, grab a snack, and let's get into this week's episode. Welcome to episode 4 of Earth to Adie, you guys. It's a brand new week. And that is exactly how I feel. How I just sighed right now. Like, that is mood. Okay. I'm so ready for this new week. I know I missed last week's episode. I just didn't feel like sharing. And I didn't really have anything to share with the collective. I think all of us collectively is kind of like going through it emotionally with this Cancer season, okay? And I am just tying up, you guys. I am sorting through and tying up all of this old energy, just like all of you guys are. And I just needed to process some stuff, you know? And of course, the Virgo is all freaking out inside. And this podcast has been on my mind this whole entire week. And I'm just excited. I feel very clear since processing all of this in the past 2 weeks, everything that I've been dealing with emotionally and tying up, like literally, seriously saying goodbye to old energy in my life. It's kind of scary, And that's what we're going to get into today. We're going to talk about reading the truth of others, learning and recognizing when that truth is being transmitted to us. Okay. It's just like, it can be really scary saying goodbye to old energy, of this old reality, this old timeline. We're tying up things, and it's important to really grasp the truth and to not ignore. It's really scary. It feels better to ignore somebody's truth when you're not ready to let go. But I tell you, all of us have the ability to tap in to others and their truth, okay? And it can be very scary, but I'm excited. It's triggering me. I'm kind of freaking out because of all the things that I've experienced in these past timelines, and now going into this new timeline. You guys, I put out a video, a collective message on my Instagram. I tapped into the collective energy and what's to come to the rest of 2020 going into 2021. And, I honestly feel like the energy that we're going to be walking into is going to be blessings upon blessings, blessings upon blessings, okay? Like happiness, abundance, joy, freedom. That's the type of energy that I was feeling, but only for the ones that are able to level up. Because even though that is going to exist in this new timeline of really having new manifestations, new experiences, new beginnings, new relationships, new connections, new loves, new physical experiences is coming into this new timeline. There is also going to be a whole lot of other heavy shit going on, okay? And this is not for the weak, I tell you. This is not for the weak. This is not for the fearful. This is not for the people that are depending on others, depending on other people to tell them what is right and what is wrong. Okay. This is not for it, because if you're not with it, if you are not going to jump onto the new consciousness, okay, onto the new timeline and begin to strip away the old and really strip away in a way that you are learning from these experiences, really grasping the truth and the lesson that is there in those experiences, then you're going to be left behind. right? The rapture is coming, you guys. No, I don't want to, I'm just playing. But for real, like, things are changing, and things are going to get even heavier. And it's going to get even lighter for the ones that are willing to work on themselves. So that's the message that was coming in earlier. And, I feel like today we need to talk about how to read. Sorry, I'm moving my notebook. Sorry if that's loud, you guys. We need to talk about how to read others' energies when we're in these types of situations of not wanting to break free, not wanting to let go from conditioned situations. And I say that because I feel that a lot of us are in these situations where we have become accustomed, we have become conditioned to be the way we are, okay? With ignoring the truth, ignoring the intuitive messaging that is coming in, okay? And we can't do this anymore. A lot of this is ancestors coming in, guides coming in, literally shoving it down your throat in your sleep through dream, literally coming in and turning your psychic abilities all the way up so you can hear the message clear. But a lot of you guys are ignoring it. I was ignoring it a couple weeks ago, and I feel like this is really important for us to talk about, because we need to shift into this old energy. We can't take everybody. We can't take everybody onto this other timeline, because the people that literally don't want to come with you, and you're picking it up through their auric field, their energetic field, those are the people that are still operating on the old system. You, listener, okay, you that are listening to this, you are being upgraded onto the new system, onto the new timeline. You are being called to something much more, much greater, much healthier, okay? And we can't continue to ignore the information that is coming through. Now, let me tell you guys. Let me just say the cards, because I think I'm just going to talk, I always, when I do readings, this is exactly how I want to do them. I don't want to show cards. I just need to read the information here, the energy that's here, okay? But I'm in the energy is getting uptight, okay? So just excuse me, all right? We have the King of Voices. We have the Muse of Voices, the Ten of Voices, which voices are swords. Okay, so the King of Swords, Ten of Swords. We have the Five of Emotions, which are cups, the Page of Materials, which is pentacles, and Two of Inspiration, which are wands. We also have the Chariot and the Five of Inspirations, which is wands. Okay, sorry if that was confusing. But it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter what the cards are. The message is that we have the ability to hear and see and receive intuitive messages through the auric field. That is the main message here. Okay? And this is something that I've kept to myself for a long time, and it's just becoming more a reality to me. Okay? And I'm just feeling the energy of last week right now, of everything that I was kind of going through. And it's very frustrating, because you can make up this whole reality in your head, right? You can make up this whole story of how things are going to go and how this person is supposed to be. But you can't ignore the actual reality of what you are living. And a lot of us are doing that right now. And like I said, in the collective message that I have up on my Instagram that is titled "The Timelines Are Merging," or that are merged, I said in that video that a lot of the lessons that we are learning right now is through the form of relationships and through the form of connections. Okay? And we need to be able to really activate this psychic superpower within us, okay? To really navigate this 3D reality when we come in contact with people. Because there are some scandalous people out there, okay? People that don't want good for you, people that are going to try to take from you, literally zip you, zap you of your energy, okay? Because they don't know how to generate it themselves, because this person is probably operating on a timeline that like the 2015 timeline. You know, they're not here operating in 2020. They have been ignoring their own truth. Okay? And so, you know, I want to start off by saying, you know, that relationships are here to teach us. Okay? And there's a lot that we can learn about ourselves and about life and about how to navigate this 3D reality through the connections that we form. Okay? And let me just start or continue by saying, because this is what I really wanted to start off and say, is that we all have an auric field, an energetic field that is unseen, that exists within and also beyond our physical body. Okay? All of us are walking around with this energetic field. Now, how we admit this energy is out through our heart. Okay, we are electrical beings, and our divine essence and our energy is projected out through our heart. Okay, our truth comes out, beating out through our heart into the unseen and through and into our energetic field. We all have this. Now, when we get close to others, say that we're in relationships, or we're hanging out with our sister, or we're hanging out with a friend, or a former friend, or associate, or your father, your husband, right? We all have these auric fields. All of us do. And when we get close to these people, our auric fields begin to collide, merge, and interact with each other. And this taps on the psychic superpower abilities that we all have. Now, some people, you know, they eat junk. They don't give a damn about their body. They fill their brains up with nonsense. Okay, and so it becomes harder. So a lot of you guys need to make those kind of changes too, and be real with yourself about those kind of changes, so you can begin to become more psychic. We're all psychic. Okay, but when we're together, our energetic fields, our real selves, begin to interact with each other. And like I was saying, like what I've been saying, what's been being told to me everywhere I look, is that this universal language is coded in visions. Okay, it's coded in visions, in intuitive thought patterns. So what I'm saying here is that when these energetic fields begin to interact and collide and mesh together, when you're in close range or you've been around this person for, you know, some time, they begin to interact with each other, and you're able to pick up on information, their information. And especially if you're sleeping with someone, or you have slept with this person, you can sleep with them one, and you are bound, baby. And I'm going to get into soul ties. That's the next one coming for us, okay? Is the soul ties. But especially if you have slept with the person, you're connected telepathically, okay? And your energetic fields are always interacting with each other, even from a far distance, because time and space is not real. Okay? We are all connected. But what makes this more efficient or quicker is when you're actually in physical range of each other, where your energetic fields can become, they can become like they're dancing together. There's like an orchestra and a ballet going on while you guys are in range with each other, and we're able to really intuitively pick up truth when we're in close range with each other. So this is the message for some of you guys out there, that you need to stop ignoring the messages that are coming in and stop thinking that you're paranoid. Stop thinking that, you're crazy or you're being triggered. Listen to your triggers. What are they saying to you? Because most of it is not about being insecure. Most of it is not about being fearful. Most of it is your guides are trying to tell you something. Okay? And so I'm just seeing this situation here is like there's a couple out there and they've been together for a couple years. Okay, but things are off. Things are funny. There's something, let me go into my personal experience of this type of work that I'm talking about, that all of us can do. I was with my ex for, I was with him for 7 years. Okay, we had a son together, then we had a daughter. And I was with him, and the whole entire time that I was with him, I knew he didn't want to be with me. There was a lot of evidence, a lot of physical evidence as well. But most of all, deep down in my soul, in my energetic field, I knew that nigga didn't want to be with me. I knew it. I knew that he didn't love me. I knew that he was sticking around and being an opportunist. Okay? I knew that, and I continued to ignore it. Now, how I knew that was through thought patterns, thoughts. I would get these thoughts, and I was just like, you know what? Why am I thinking he doesn't love me? Is it because I think that I'm not lovable? But when something is that apparent, I tell you, your intuition is not angry, it's not fearful, it's not sad. Your intuition is nice and clear, calm, cool, and collected. It doesn't scream at you. Its energy might become more, I don't want to know, like it might become more louder, but it's not yelling. All right. And so how I knew this was from just hearing thoughts in my head, that, listening to the thoughts. But then I was ignoring those because I thought, well, I have like, issues with feeling like maybe I'm not lovable. But this is during the time, like, you guys, for the past like literal 10 years, I have been working on myself, healing myself. And when I tell you that is not an over exaggeration. I am someone that always looks to be better and to evolve more from where I am. That's just how I am, And so I was really seeing this. I was working on self-love. I was working on that, And yeah, he was probably the last lesson of that. Let's hope. But I was ignoring a lot, I was ignoring a lot of things that I was seeing, like visions, especially when my Kundalini experience happened and my psychic abilities just amplified. I was seeing visions of him cheating on me, like way before we even moved out of the place in Lyme in Long Beach. Okay? I was seeing stuff while I was living on Pacific Avenue and just picking up on energy, like his energy in his auric field. But I was just like, nah, I'm just paranoid. I'm just paranoid. I always think he's going to do something. And he was there to, to confirm those thoughts, those other to reassure those thoughts that I was having. Always telling me, oh, I would never cheat on you. That's something that I would never do. We're going to grow old together. Literally a fucking week before he fucking told me he cheated on me. He literally told me, like, we're going to grow old together. Like, this is how fucking fake this nigga is. This is how, like, and you know what? Talking about this energy, like, I'm over that. But talking about it, like, reopens wounds. And I have to do it for you guys. Because some of you guys are in these kind of situations. So if I'm, the attitude that I'm in right now, like, I'm just there. I'm living it there with you. Okay? I'm there with you because I've already experienced it. And I love Joseph. There's no hate towards him, but he was really fucking fake. I don't know what he is now. Like, we don't be talking about our personal lives with each other anymore. Like, I barely talk to the dude unless he wants to talk about the kids. But he was fucking fake as fuck for our whole entire relationship. Okay? So, and I ignored that. I'm hella intuitive, and I'm there with you guys. Like, I ignored it. But you have to trust the intuitive messages that are coming in. It's not just paranoia. And if you're listening to this message and you are resonating with it, you're feeling like that urge inside to move forward in a new direction because you feel this energy in the current situation that you're in. Stop ignoring the intuitive messages. Now, last week it was not as intense as that, okay? Like the intuitive messages that were coming in for me, and I was just like, I'm ignoring it because I want this dude, okay? Because he fits everything on paper. And, we have history, and I want to make it work. So it wasn't as intense as, like, baby daddy. But, I was in my emotions right now, you guys. I really want you to know, like, I, as an empath, as a reader, as a healer, I gotta go there to those dark moments. And that's literally, like, I ignored a lot with Joseph. Okay? I knew that he was freaking cheating on me. And even when he came here in March of 2019, I knew that nigga was untrue too. And yeah, things happened that visit. And I knew even then, that was when I knew right then and there, like, I cannot do this anymore. This is not love. I don't know what the fuck this is. Us fucking in there, us fucking in here. Like, this is not love. You're fucking, like, you're disgusting. I'm fucking disgusting. Even doing this to myself. Literally, that is how I felt during that time. And you can't ignore it anymore. You are destroying yourself. It's going to get to a point where you're actually going, like, the situation that I'm talking about right now is literally going to manifest. It's going to blow up in your face. Because that's what it did to me. I had many times to leave this dude, but I chose to stay because I wanted to believe in a fantasy, in the fantasy selves of me and Joseph, because I felt like we looked good together. And then we had kids, you know, and we, of course we have a lot in common, you know, but then turns out like this, he ain't no real one as I thought he was, you know. But last week it wasn't that intense, you know, it wasn't that intense. This is a whole, I had to go there for some of you guys, but some of you guys, old energy is coming back around. And this is a more healthy kind of old energy, but things have shifted, things have changed. That situation is dead. And you have to move forward into this next timeline because there's something more healthier, more for you there. And like I said, a lot of people are going to get stuck on this old consciousness, and it's not, you are going to get knocked the fuck down once that tower starts to crumble, because it's going to come in December, around winter time going into 2021. We're going to have a major shift, a major evolution stepping stone for us collectively. And that can look different for a lot of people, but collectively it's, you know, it ain't gonna be pretty. So you can either jump onto the new consciousness, the new timeline, and go towards new energy, new experiences, really understanding and using the past as a reference to understand where you really want to be. And this is going to be scary. It is, because when you start tapping into that healthy energy, you start becoming triggered because you're conditioned to that old timeline. So this is going to be a fight with that old self that is beginning to die in a lot of us. It's about recognizing that you're no longer that person anymore, as well as picking up on people's truth. You know, if somebody is not going to talk to you, like seriously, okay, last week, this dude I have been talking to, like literally, I realized, like, I've known him, right? This is the ex, and this is the ex that was healthy. He's a great guy, you know, like he's a great guy. The relationship that we had was beautiful. It was a healthy relationship, and that's what made me gravitate to him, because of that past, but it's no longer that anymore. And, you know, I've known this dude for a while, and I really realized last week, probably in the beginning of June, but I was ignoring it. This was something that was coming in, and I was ignoring it. And I was like really sitting down thinking, like, you know what? I literally don't know nothing about this dude. Like, he don't tell me nothing about his life. He tells me, hey, what's up? What's up with you? What's good? And I literally tell him what's good in my life. I let him in. I open up. I'm vulnerable, and I let him know what's going on in my life. I tell him, oh, what's up with you? How are you? Good. One answer, like one word answers, like, and then I started analyzing the past, looking back, 5 of Cups energy, right? Looking back. So what can I discover more about this past? Because I already know that it was healthy. I loved it. He treated me like a fucking queen. He treated me like how I wanted to be treated. That's why I'm gravitating back to his ass, right? But what more can I gather from the past? What was reality really like? He didn't really even let me know anything about his life. This nigga met my family, met my dad, met my mom, met my sisters, told him, like, really, I'm a person that's transparent, and maybe he's not, you know, but I was just realizing, like, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this dude. And he wants to say that we have this, like, connection, this, like, you know, like this kind of like twin flame kind of connection. I mean, he didn't use those words, but the way that he was explaining things was like, we mirror each other, you know, and that we're always going to have this connection. And I'm just like, now I'm beginning to think, like, what motherfucking connection? Because you don't let me know anything about your life. So there's also these people that just want to stick around and keep you around, you know, and want to say, and I honestly believe that there is a strong connection between us, but he's motherfucking scared. you know? And I'm not about that energy. I really am not. Now, while I move away from this energy and going into new lands, new experiences, that scares me. And it's about not being scared, because if this was a healthy relationship in my life, right? Because it was healthy. Maybe he wasn't ready to tell me things at that point, and he still isn't. He's just hella closed off, just like the conversation is, dry. I put myself out there trying to be nice and trying to get to know and, build something. And obviously he doesn't want it, because he doesn't want to open up for whatever reasons, for like whatever he thinks about me. That's his own trauma that he has to fix within himself. It's not my job. And it's not your job to fix that within somebody else as well, because a lot of you are dealing with this type of energy, and you're gravitating because it felt good in the past, and it feels like it was, you didn't get to really experience all of that potential. And so, you want something healthy, you want something new. And so you gravitate to the only healthy thing that you have. Now, new energy is definitely coming in. Okay? New energy is definitely coming in for all of us collectively. New job opportunities, new connections, new relationships, new friendships, new places. Okay? New adventures and new projects are definitely coming in. And that is scary, because that's when we start walking into this unknown energy, and it creates this inner conflict, and it literally forces us to heal a little bit more, so we're able to actually get there. So that is some healthy fear. That's the type of fear that is not, if you allow it, not going to keep you stagnant. If you allow to work through that type of fear. Okay? And that's also what I'm dealing with now. It's just like Cancer season is frustrating for me. I don't know. It's just super fucking frustrating. And like new energy is coming in. Like beautiful. So I had to go there, you guys. Like I have to put myself in these situations to really get the message across. You know what I mean? But I'm good. Like with all of those exes, I really do. I understand now. Now that's the frustration that I was talking about, and it just comes out that way. But I totally understand why we had to let go of each other. And he was kind of like, I feel like when I sent him the text, because I was so irritated, because he literally texted me again and was like, hey, can I come and see you? And I'm like, dude, like in my head, I'm like, I told you, like, I need a break. But of course, like, I want to see him, right? It would be nice to see him. But you're in a relationship, right? You're happy? You're in love, right? But you want to come and see me. Oh, because everybody has to understand that you're going to have a relationship with me. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. You're in a relationship, dude. And I didn't say it like that. I was just like, you know what? I don't think that's healthy for me, because I'm trying to process a lot concerning what we went through. And I just, I would feel weird. Like, not that I would ever violate anybody's relationship, but it would just make me sad for you to be here, and it would just be weird with you being in a relationship. I don't think your girl would like it either. Like, honestly, and I don't want to like disrespect her. That's what I told him. And then he says, okay, like again, just one word answers. And I'm just like, dude, I'm so irritated. I'm like, okay, whatever, it's the best. Yeah, okay. Then a couple days or the next day or whatever, he texts me that he has this like revelation, and he has clarity, and he's thanking me to putting him on the right direction in life, or helping him understand the energy that he was already feeling. Okay, you gonna elaborate? Okay, I guess not, you know? And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm the type of person where I'm cool with everybody. And I'm starting to think like, maybe I'm just too open. I'm too transparent. I'm too like vulnerable with people that I actually care about and I like. I'm beginning to think that. So this is like kind of turning into like a venting session. So I hope you guys are still resonating. I know some of you guys really are. Spirit is telling me like a lot of you guys are resonating with this because you guys are dealing with the same energy. Like Cancer season is, for me, very frustrating. So, and that's what I was dealing with for this past, like in the beginning of Cancer season. And he's a Cancer too. So it's just like, ugh. Okay. And so, I'm the type of person that just likes to be cool with everybody, so I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm thinking he's, on the right path. I don't know what that is. Maybe he has discovered something about himself, because honestly, I know the nigga ain't happy in his relationship. I mean, you're either lying to me that you're not having sex and you're not doing anything with this person, and you basically feel like you're single, but you love this person, right? You love this person, but you don't even like them. That's not good. Honestly, like, this is like, read someone's truth. Start reading the truth that's coming in, because it will come out in actions. You will see their behaviors, But I'm the type of person that likes to stay cool with people, with my exes and, with him in particular. And I'm cool with him. I'm just going through the motions with you guys so I can deliver something that recognizes, that you can recognize that's inside of you. And so I reach out to him. I'm like, when is your birthday again? I told him, like, when is your birthday? Like, I want to send you something. I was thinking about sending him some, like, spiritual tools from my shop, And again, like, the one thing that I motherfucking hate when I'm trying to speak to somebody, especially with men that I'm, like, interested in or whatever, and this is just how I am. I do not like being left on red for unnecessary reasons. Like, this is this dude, and I know this is exactly how he is, because again, I'm empathic. Okay? Really, you can't, when they zone in and they own their empathic power, there's nothing that you can hide from somebody of that nature. And I know that he's the type of dude that loves to just not write back because he doesn't want to seem thirsty. Baby, let me feed you. I love that motherfucking shit. Let me quench your thirst. It's okay. Like, I hate that. I hate when guys don't want to like your pictures. They don't want to comment on things. They don't want to text you back because they don't want to look thirsty. But nigga, I know you're fucking thirsty. Okay? But anyways, I was just trying to be nice, and I was just like, hey, when is your birthday? So I want to send you something. That's exactly what I said to him. And he doesn't write back. And so I'm like, okay, you're telling me you haven't seen my text message? Okay. Right. And so I wrote him back at the end of the night after like 12 hours. Like, never mind, dude. Like, it's okay. Maybe he doesn't want to give me his address. Maybe he doesn't, like, whatever. I don't fucking know. But I'm just like, okay. Never mind. And what does he write back? Okay. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just so tired. Like, I've expressed to him that this is frustrating with the whole, like, getting back to each other. And, like, literally, you want to be friends, but you can't even, like, text somebody back. And so I just said, peace, dude. Like, enjoy your life, He really does deserve the most, the best love. And, it's not good right now. Like, I can't talk to this guy, you know? And then it's like new energy is coming in, and it's like triggering because it's like scary. I don't know what to trust. Or like and then again, in those situations where that healthy energy comes in, you don't want to sabotage it. You know, you don't want to sabotage something that's healthy because you're triggered by somebody's bullshit, some other's bullshit. So this is really the time to really cleanse yourself of that fucking energy and empower yourself in who you really are and what you truly deserve. And put those seeds in the ground. There is hella distractions right now. And you can get caught up in emotions. Take me for an example. And so we're moving forward, and literally it's gonna be like a stampede because more of us are waking up, and you can't just be woke out here no more. And it's important to look at our relationships and learn from them and transmute that energy that you have gathered from those experiences and those relationships, so you can move forward into healthy energy, and you don't, make up excuses because this person is hella attractive, hella talented, super duper spiritual. Like, ooh, you don't want to sabotage something good. A healthy experience because you are conditioned by somebody else's auric field, because we can start morphing into each other, taking on each other's energy. We're all empathic. We're all psychic. Okay, so somebody has trust issues. So you want to take on those trust issues when somebody healthy approaches you. Yeah, it's going to be like a freaking stampede out here. And if you're not running at full speed, you might just get trampled on when 2021 happens. Okay, so really tend to your individual life. It's good to check in with the collective and, do things in the collective if you feel the need to. But really stay tuned into your own energy, your own individual life, and what you're supposed to be doing here, and don't ignore those, I call them intuition ding, 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 dings going off in your head. You're not just being insecure here. This person could be triggering insecurities within you, but also your intuition is telling you that this person is not for you. You're reading their truth. They're lying. They're cheating. They are not healed. They haven't healed their wounds. They're scared. They're trying to just keep you around. All of that energy is what I'm feeling here. And I had to bring in my own personal things because I'm going through it with you guys. Okay? But basically, that is what I have for today. Just a big old venting session for you guys. I did pull these cards, but know that, the last message that's coming through right now is that the old self is dying and something's being rebirthed while we are being uploaded onto this new timeline. And look to the past for reference, but don't stay there. It's time to really move forward because you could miss out on a very healthy connection, opportunity, new experiences. All right, you guys, or when these things come around, when these new relationships and opportunities and experiences come around, you're not even going to know how to operate on it because that's operating on a whole different frequency. And you're still on the timeline with old dude that don't want to trust you or the old dude that cheated on you. It's time to leave those realities, time to leave that timeline, that old self. You're breaking out, you're cracking open. So definitely check in with your shadow this week. Check in with the past, but don't stay there. Look at it for reference. Look at it to see reality for what it really was. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Stay in your truth. Read others' truth. Okay? And remember, intuition does not scream. It doesn't yell. It doesn't have an attitude. It's calm, cool, and collected. Okay? It might become louder and repetitive, but it's never going to speak ill, and it's never going to scream at you, okay, or be fearful. All right, you guys, so that's what I have for today's episode. I hope it resonated. I hope that it was insightful and empowering. Thank you for listening to my rant here about boys. Check out all of your monthly tarot readings. Make sure you tune in to the Moon Magic this month of July. We're going to get together on the full moon lunar eclipse here on the 5th of July. And every morning for the next 4 days, I am doing a Sirius Sun meditation around 11 o'clock. And it's just a juicy meditation for 11 minutes. And we're just collecting downloads this week because this gateway is open and Sirius energy is coming down onto Earth. We're going to be able to be updated so we can function on this new system, collecting downloads and messages from, of course, the Most High Creator, Source Energy, and our ancestors and our guides are all there guiding us and delivering messages to us today and for the next couple of days. So catch me on IG Live this week while we do those meditations, and the Moon Magic is also on IG Live every full moon and new moon. And check out your monthly tarot. Check out the new videos that I've just posted up on the YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next episode. And remember, I am always here and I am always listening.